The House has been sitting since 9 o'clock this morning under urgency. It broke at 1 o'clock. At 2 o'clock, we're back for questions, and the House will sit again from 2 till 6 and from 7 till 12 tonight, and almost certainly come back in the morning again at 9 o'clock. Thursday is going to be the last sitting day of this Parliament. We'll have questions at 2 o'clock. Duncan Webb to the Minister of Finance about reports on the economy. Judith Collins to the Prime Minister about the Provincial Growth Fund. Paul Goldsmith to the Minister of Finance about unemployment rates. Jan Tinetti to the Minister of Education about skills support for people who need skill development resulting from COVID-19. Michael Woodhouse to the Minister for Regional Economic Development about the Auditor General's report on the Provincial Growth Fund. Todd McClay to the Minister of Tourism about travel recovery package and travel agents. Anahela Kanogataha Suisuiki to the Minister for Social Development about support for those involved in the welfare system. Chris Bishop to the Minister of Transport about Let's Get Wellington Moving. Shane Retty to the Minister of Health about preparations for a second coronavirus wave. Marama Davidson to the Minister of Climate Change about a report released by James Shaw recently. Nikki Wagner to the Minister of Defence about stopping smoking in the military, and Brett Hudson to the Minister of Police about keeping New Zealanders safe. Parliament will then get back on to some of the COVID-related matters and then move on to the Residential Tenancies Amendment Bill, the second reading committee stages and third reading. Similarly for the Fuel Industry Bill and the committee stages and third reading of the Public Health and Disability Amendment Bill. Then there'll be the first reading of the Land Transport Drug Driving Bill and the committee stage and third reading of the Vaping Bill. There are a couple of motions to finish up the urgency. One will be to transfer some money from last year to this year for the Auditor General, and the second is a debate on approving the standing orders for the next Parliament. It's very unclear when Parliament will finish this set of business. It could possibly be tonight, but most likely at some stage during the morning tomorrow. Back again, 2 o'clock Thursday.